So, hey guys, Chauzu here. Tomorrow the super boss Kizuna against Yamato starts, and not gonna lie, this looks like maybe the worst super boss ever, at least in terms of 10-star difficulty. And I think the killer here is really the need for them to make Kanjuro super relevant, because the way they went about countering Kanjuro was by abusing two buffs, or encourage you using Kanjuro, I should say. First, they have like Intimidate, two slot effects, so you get let's see some right. Okay, first one. The first one is that they give you a 1.1 times or boost, so they want you to use Kanjuro to buff it. And then they have another one where you have Intimidate that nerfs your ore boost by minus 2.0, and this also basically means a 1.1 times ore boost, and they want you to buff it with Kanjuro. And these are not easy mechanics to fix. Like for the first one, you can take the route of deleting the minor buffs, and for the second one you can try and keep an ore boost for next stage. And yeah, I tried to work around these. I don't think I had a good solution, accessible one at least, for the second one. But yeah, I'm going to show you a team for Dex, Strength and Int. And if I look up like this, it's because I literally have my laptop next to me, so I can just double check what each variation does, so I don't miss anything. Even then, I can't guarantee that these teams work 100%. I have probably overlooked something, and I'm not going to test these either. So these are just something you guys can work on if you're interested. And yeah, I'm actually using lead performers as captain on every team. They aren't that bad, honestly. Strength driven and powerhouse gets a 4.25 times attack boost. Some matching orbs, and you can get a free special depending on how you set it up. And you also get access to a super class. I really thought about where I use it all the time, but at least you get driven super class, so that's a bit more damage for Kaido. And you have access to the super tandem, which is good since this is the only super tandem you can use to buff Kaido. And for all of these teams, I will use Dragon Kaido as friend captain. But yeah, first team. Okay, so stage 1, we swap Barto and Cavendish. This means when we enter stage 2, lead performers special will automatically be used. So we use them to remove the spear by 5 turns. There is resilience as well, 5 turns, but Dragon Kaido ignores that. And we can use lead performers superclass special to get a full board of Dex orbs, which is matching. And I feel confident that this will be enough damage. Then final stage, we will get that low ore boost, which we remove with this old Blitz Kaido, which is available in the PKA shop. He will remove all buffs, and we will get a full board of Strength Orb, and Driven gets a 2.25 times attack boost. Then we can use Dragon Kaido special to get that big ore boost and the conditional, and the super class to apply the increased damage taken. Other than that, Sabo handles the attack down once you get to level 31 plus and gives a call affinity. He's available in the Metal Exchange. We use Barto and Cavendish to remove the damage threshold. And Ace you can use to get a chain boundary as long as the captain's orb is strength, which it will be if you use Ace after both Kaido specials, but before the super class of Dragon Kaido. And Marco gives a chain boost. I don't think I missed anything. You can use the lead performers to buff the ore boost of Kaido as well. And of course to get the tandem orb that you need. Moving on, this is versus strength. So fighter, striker, driven are boosted. This team is pretty bad, but yeah, I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty sick of this Kizuna. I feel like I've been T-building forever. And yeah, I just think this one is weird. Both stage 2 and stage 3, like, I don't understand why they're doing like this. Like for stage 2, we have 2 additional enemies with high defense, low HP. Target is locked to 1 enemy, and there is a barrier and paralysis. So my idea here is that we use Dragon Kaido Superclass to get 1 orbs for top row. We use Luffy to remove the paralysis and lock the orbs, so we keep the 1 orbs for final stage. We can use Big Mom as well to get Semla orbs to prepare for final stage, since final stage has that 5 times multiplier for 1 orbs. And then on final stage, Robin Jinbei reduce CD, remove the damage reduction. I put Caesar here, and like just with Ace here, I'm just showcasing some Chainbound units you can use. They are definitely replaceable with stronger ones, but I want to keep this as accessible as possible. And yeah, we're just going to eat the low orb boost from Dragon Kaido. Like, I didn't find a good accessible 3-turn orb booster. Maybe I overlooked something. And we use lead performers to get an attack boost, get their tandem orb. And of course we always do the super tandem first, which in this case is Big Mom, into lead performers, into Kaido and the rush. So did I overlook anything here now? We do take percent damage when entering this stage, which means we can get the increased damage taken onto the enemy without using the super EX of Kaido, which means we can use it stage 2 instead. Maybe I said super class for Kaido, but I mean super EX. Anything else I overlooked? Well, it's resilience, but Dragon Kaido handles that with end of turn damage. Yeah, I think it's fine, but this is probably the worst team in this video. Finally, third variation against Int. And here we get Free Spirit, Cerebral, and Powerhouse seed reduction. Stage 2 here we get full board of Dex Orb and Dex Unfavorable. Doesn't matter because Dragon Kaido makes Dex Orbs into Wano. And we want to keep the Wano, so we have Crocodile on the team. He will lock the orbs and remove damage reduction, which we also get stage 2. And that's basically all you need to do. I do have this Big Mom because I didn't find a good Big Mom or Kaido for this battle for the Super Tandem. And Big Mom was free to play recently, and I guess you can try and get her good chain lock later. But yeah, I think you should be able to get the big one on stage 2, but to play safe you can use the stage 3. I am not sure, to be honest, how CD reduction really works in Kizuna, like how much CD do you get to reduce, because Big Mom wants a lot of it. Then on final stage, there's random type change, strength, dex, psi, or stay int. So for optimal damage with this team, you reset the game until you get dex, basically. So that's up to you, an option for later levels at least. We also have attack down with Sabo handles, and Sabo also gives 2 turns of color affinity. So basically like the Sabo on Team 1, but this is different. This is a free-to-play Sabo from Colosseum. Or not even Colosseum, it's a raid actually. Then we also have 2 turns of barrier, which is annoying since 1 turn Kaido will handle. But Nami handles both 2 turns of barrier as well as damage reduction. So we use her here for that. It's also nice since it means that lead performers can do some damage too. And I think that's it. Like final stage, top row gets super block, but we keep the Wano from stage 2, so we will avoid that super block. And of course, lead performers will always change their 1 orb into tandem when you use their special, which is what makes all of this possible. So I don't think I overlooked anything. Should work. I think Dex and Int will work decently well. Strength, a bit less good, but will work for a bit at least. But yeah, I've also made a 1 team for all, which will sadly not be accessible, but as said, this 10-star Kizuna is a nightmare. And I barely started working on the super boss teams. I've been working on trying to find like what's the highest damage teams I can do, just to see like how much do I want to play, stuff like that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.